Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here, your daily updates on XRP. We're going to do a full update on the current situation. XRP has fallen down quite a lot over the course of this Asian session early Friday. And right now we're at the level around 2.25, have actually broken down below that, and XRP is not looking great. Now, I want to give you a little bit of a warning here. We talked about this, all right? Yesterday, we already saw that we had broken down below 2.41. And we saw that XRP didn't really have any momentum that could push it back up. So yesterday we still talked about, if Bitcoin is actually able to keep the bullish momentum, which over the majority of the day yesterday, Bitcoin was able to do that, but it wasn't able to break out. It wasn't able to break through and make higher highs. That didn't happen. So that's why XRP was also not able to reclaim back into this yellow area, the POC area. And we really needed that strength from Bitcoin, because outside of that, both technically but also fundamentally, we saw that XRP was losing momentum. And the quick warning that I wanted to give is that I'm still, even though I do think that there's bullish elements to XRP, I'm going to be completely realistic, all right? So I'm going to tell you what I see on the chart. Historically, I've had a very good success rate with XRP in terms of expecting what's going to happen, price targets, and what's most likely to happen. I switch my bias sometimes, but only based on the data we see. And I try to do it in advance to tell you to tell all of you as well. But I know some of you might not like that. So if you just want to hear bullish updates on XRP, then this might not be the video, because the main thing we're seeing right now. And look, if you zoom out here, I'm still moderately bullish on XRP. All right, we have this massive support down here. Just like I said at the beginning of March, I said I think we're going to hold that. I also said that the 28th of February right here, I do still think we're going to find support there, and I do still think we're going to hold that. But on the short term, the developments are not great. All right, first of all, for the market, the developments are not great. Bitcoin looks relatively weak right now, which is mainly caused by some fundamental and by some external factors right now, such as the volatility index and gold going up, which means more uncertainty, and US equities coming down, which obviously has that correlation to the crypto markets. But if we look at XRP specifically, technically we broke down below the POC here. That was already bearish. But then outside of that, I mean, the bottom right here at 2.3 got defended slightly well, like the volume got up. But then you can see that we got that bounce from there. But we really did not do anything from there. And you can also see we left a minor imbalance right here. That was already on Wednesday evening, so that's already 2 days ago. But the minor imbalance there functioned as major resistance instantly after, which is usually technically a bearish sign. Then outside of that, the volume right now is not that high. The volume is 3.5 billion. Most of that volume increase was in the last couple of hours when the price was dumping, so there's a lot of selling volume in there as well. Compare that volume to the volume we had last week, was already at $4.2 billion. And last week the price was almost flat, right? Or at least right here on Friday it was relatively flat. So there is not a lot of volume coming in here, and that shows a bit of weakness. Now, what you can see right now is that it seems like some major short positions have been opened on XRP. I think those will get punished, but at this point of time, I don't really think it's going to happen soon. Look, we left another imbalance, most likely at least. I mean, I haven't checked, but I think so. We left another imbalance right here at 2.3. So retesting that, for example, after positive PCE price index data is certainly a possibility. And I would even go as far as saying that it is a possibility we get back to the POC at 2.41, but it is fully dependent on Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin at this point of time seems to be fully dependent on the fundamentals. So that's why I have to tell you, filling the imbalance right here, I do expect. I think that's a likely possibility. But from there, I do expect us to drop down still into that major support right here between 2.15 and ultimately $2. It's a very wide level, but once we actually reach that, we can make a little bit more of a we can do a little bit more of a clear prediction on which level specifically is going to hold. But that's what I think you need to know for now. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.